the game can see the boxing voice.
Welcome back, gang, for the first time and hopefully many more to come. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and click on the notifications right here, this little bell, so you can get those emails every time we go live. Peace.
I ain't know nothing about this.
I know your response is going to be epic.
Bless everybody out there.
So what I've been informing both Danny and Sean about is I had a conversation with Steven Espinoza, and it looks like the Mikey Garcia Errol Spence fight is probably true. It's probably going to happen because of finances. It's more than likely per Espinoza going to be a pay-per-view. So right there, that was alarming to me because it's like, wait, Porter has a very extensive resume. Thurman has an extensive resume. Broner does over $1 million on television. Deontay does over $1 million on television. Why none of these men were chose for a pay-per-view? And you're gonna choose Mikey, 2 divisions below, only does $669,000 on television on Showtime. And Earl, who does do numbers but hasn't done over $1 million on Showtime, only $6 million when it was after the Olympics on national television. How do we justify this pay-per-view, and how do you guys feel that Danny Porter isn't pay-per-view, or Porter Thurman, which was really, you know, justifiable as a pay-per-view? And we're gonna, I don't know where everyone's train of thought is with Mikey all of a sudden becoming a pay-per-view fight with Earl, which is handicapped. We've been here before with Gennady and Kell Brook.
What's your question?
The question
you gave me the information.
The question is, are you upset that your son, after all he's put in, hasn't been, I guess, contacted to do a pay-per-view fight when he's been in at least 2 pay-per-view worthy fights? Thurman and now Garcia. Those are 2 household names, 2 names that do $5 million on there's no justification is what I'm saying. I'm upset for you guys. Are you upset?
Shout out to ThaBoxingvoice.com for being upset for me.
I'm just saying.
I appreciate that. No, I'm not. I pride myself on doing things that people don't expect me to do. So, you know, in this particular situation, what we're looking at right here, this is information that just came to me. I got to try to find out a little bit more about it. I understand what you're saying, and it makes perfect sense, and it doesn't make sense at all. I mean, you know, I would ask the same question, like, what justifies you guys doing this, but you're not going to do Sean and Danny, or you're not going to do the rematch with Sean and Thurman, or you're not going to, you know, you're not offering Sean and Errol, because I didn't get that phone call. Because if I got that phone call, we're not having this conversation. If I got the phone call that says, hey, Sean and Errol pay-per-view, we're not having this conversation. If I got that phone call that said Sean and Thurman pay-per-view, or Sean and, I mean, we're not having it. And you're gonna go with Garcia? Wow.
In a handicap fight, no less. I mean,
yeah, he's handicapped. He's handicapped. It sounds ludicrous. It really does. You know, because as I just said, and you said, and we've already put that out there, there are some pay-per-view fights worthy. This is one of them right here. You know, if you're telling me right now that we're going to be fighting Errol after he fights Garcia, and it's not pay-per-view, you got a problem.
That's what I just told Sean. I said, so now
because we're not doing that fight.
Exactly. So now if Errol does a pay-per-view with Mikey, and now Sean wins the title and wants to unify, how is that not pay-per-view?
Then they got a problem. Wow.
And all right,
you got to look at all of that.
You are obviously in the business more than us in terms of the financial side. Can you see a way that Mikey and Errol fight can happen non-pay-per-view? Keep in mind, on paper and in the media, what Danny and Thurman received was $2 million guaranteed to fight each other from the same division. Now we're asking a guy to move up 2 divisions below. Is he going to take the same amount, or is he going to want more because he's in more of a risk, taking more of a challenge? Didn't get it?
I don't know what their mindset is. I don't know what their, you know, where they've been with their purses. I don't know, you know, if they're looking at doing it just because it's a money grab, or if they're looking at doing it because they think that they got a chance to actually compete and win the fight. But yeah, you bring some very valid questions. And there's going to have to be answers. They're actually opening up a can of worms right here in that particular situation, because there's no way possible that I would look at that and watch him fight, Errol fight him, and then you come back to me later and you say you want me to fight on Showtime regular World Championship boxing. I couldn't do it.
How many numbers would you predict that it does if that pay-per-view were to take place? Remember, Terrence Crawford fought Victor Postal, fairly unknown, 50,000. Roy rematched Bernard when they were more popular, only 50,000. Marquez Bradley, 225. Marquez Juan Manuel, 225. 200. Where do you think Errol and Garcia lie?
75,000? 75. I hope so. I would hope.
That's a failure. I asked Espinoza. He said 200 is a safety.
I know that. See, that's the problem with all of this. That's the problem with all of this. The number of the expectations for them to be successful is so high. Unless they're gonna go get Floyd, and Floyd ain't gonna fight Sean, and Floyd ain't gonna go fight Thurman, and Floyd ain't gonna fight Danny. Unless they're gonna go get Floyd, you're not gonna get those numbers.
Yeah, so you don't even think they get 200?
No. But I hope. I would love to see that. That would be exciting, and it would be great for everybody else that's involved, because again, after that, when you come back to us, we got a bar, and you've said it, but it's very hard to pull that off just looking at the as you named off all those different numbers for those fights. It's very hard. I mean, Terrence Bud Crawford, undefeated fighter, great fighter. He's not getting those numbers.
I mean, in defense, Terrence wasn't as popular then when he fought Victor Postal, who also wasn't as popular as Mikey, right? So if Victor is Mikey, Mikey's way more popular now, and if Crawford is Errol, Errol is way more popular now than those two men at that time. I still don't believe it does more than 50,000 though.
Well, I'm trying to be
optimistic.
Very optimistic. Extremely optimistic.
Well, you need to be, because if he wins and your son wins,
exactly.
That's the unification, and that's what,
Yes, exactly.
But last you heard, this model was being done away with, though. So this is very alarming, right?
This is all new to me. This is all new to me.
Get on that phone, man.
Get on that phone.
Give me a text and be like, yo, Ness, that was some good news. All right, Sean, thank you so much, you can.
What is up, TPV family? Yes, YouTube has been cutting funding to their channels as of late, and with net neutrality going through its process, the internet is changing. If you want to keep your favorite channel intact, coming up with tons of content, and plus get hours and hours of extra content, head over to patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice to become a member of the TPV family and help support the channel. Peace.